The 48 Laws of Power is a book centered on power strategies, therefore it is a very controversial book for some. Many hate him and make jokes about him. However, I believe that the most important thing in any new knowledge is to always keep an open mind and find value in the ideas discussed in the book, which can be easily applied in life. So, Law 1, don't outshine the master, always make those above you feel comfortably superior. Avoid exaggerating when showing off your own talents, as this can result in the desired opposite, inspiring fear and insecurity. This will make your masters look brighter than they really are. Law 2, don't trust your friends too much. Learn to use enemies with caution, as friends tend to betray you more quickly, as they are more easily carried away by envy, becoming spoiled and tyrannical. However, if you hire an enemy, he will be more faithful than a friend, as he will have more to prove. In fact, you have more reason to fear treachery from your friends than from your enemies. If you don't have enemies, find a way to have them. Law 3, hide your intentions. Keep people guessing and in the dark by never revealing your plans and actions. If people don't know what you're up to, they won't be able to mount an adequate defense against you. Take them the wrong way, enveloping them in a lot of smoke. By the time they realize your intentions, it will be too late. Law 4, say less than necessary. When you try to impress people with words, the more you say, the more commonplace you appear and the less control you have over the situation. It will look more original if you make your communication vague, broad, and cryptic. Powerful people impress and intimidate by saying little. The more you talk, the more likely you are to say something banal. Law 5, much depends on the reputation of their own life to defend the reputation. Reputation is the touchstone of power. Only with reputation can you intimidate and beat a slip-up. However, you are left vulnerable and will be attacked from all sides. Make your reputation impregnable, always be on the alert. Reject real attacks and thwart them before they happen. At the same time, learn to undermine your enemies' reputations, then stand back and let public opinion tear them apart. Law 6, get attention at all costs. Judge everything by appearances. What is not seen is not told. Don't get lost in the crowd, stand out, be visible at any cost. Grab people's attention by looking bigger, more colorful, and more mysterious than the shy and bland masses. Law 7, make others work for you, but always take the credit. Use the wisdom, knowledge, and physical effort of others in your own cause. Such help will not only save you valuable time and energy, but also give you the divine work of efficiency and speed. In the end, if helpers are forgotten and you are remembered, don't do for yourself what others can do for you. Law 8, make people act on you. Use this, if you must, when you are others. Be in control. It's always better to get your opponent to come to you, abandoning your own plans in the process. Entice him with the possibility of fabulous gains, then attack. Be the one who deals the cards. Law 9, win by your actions. Do not discuss any momentary triumph you have achieved. Arguing is actually a false victory. The resentment and ill will you stir up are far stronger and more permanent than any momentary change of heart. It is much more effective to get others to agree with you through your actions, without saying a word. Demonstrate, don't explain. Law 10, contagion and unfortunate victim. The unlucky and the misery of others can kill you. Emotional states are as contagious as illnesses. You may think you are helping someone who is depressed, but you are actually precipitating your own disaster. The unhappy sometimes prove their own unhappiness. Watch out, they'll tease yours too. Therefore, join the happy and the fortunate. Law 11, learn to keep people dependent on you to maintain your independence. You must always be needed and wanted. The more people depend on you, the more freedom you will have. Make people depend on you to be happy and prosperous, and you have nothing to fear. Don't teach them enough that they can do without you. Law 12, use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. A simple and honest gesture will cover up dozens of other dishonest ones. Even the most suspicious people let their guard down in the face of frank and generous attitudes. Once their selective honesty disarms you, you can deceive and manipulate them at will. A timely gift, a Trojan horse, will be just as useful. Law 13, when asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to mercy or gratitude. If you need to ask an ally for help, don't bother reminding them of your existence and good deeds in the past. Surely, he will find a way to ignore you. Instead, reveal something in your application or your alliance that will benefit you. Exaggerate the emphasis, so that person reacts enthusiastically when he sees that he can gain something from the alliance. Law 14. Play the friend, act like a spy. Knowing your rival is very important. Spies gather precious information that will put you one step ahead. Better yet, take on the role of a spy yourself at social gatherings. Learn to probe and ask indirect questions to get people to reveal their weaknesses and intentions. Every occasion is an opportunity for cunning espionage. Law 15. Completely nullify the enemy. All great leaders know that the enemy is dangerous. If there is any left over, no matter how small, it will end up turning into a bonfire. Ask more by making concessions than by total annihilation. The enemy will recover and take revenge. So crush him physically and spiritually. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Excess circulation causes prices to fall. The more you are seen and heard, the more common it will appear. If you've already established yourself in a group, stepping away temporarily will make you the most talked about and even the most admired figure. You must know when to step aside to create value with scarcity. Law 17. Keep others in a latent state of terror. Cultivate an atmosphere of unpredictability. Men are creatures of habit, with an insatiable need to see familiarity in actions beyond their predictability to give a sense of control. Turn the tables, be deliberately unpredictable. Behavior that seems incoherent or absurd will keep people baffled, and they will be exhausted trying to explain their movements. Taken to an extreme, this strategy can intimidate and terrify. Law 18. Do not build strongholds to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous, the world is dangerous, enemies are everywhere. Everyone needs to protect themselves. A fortress feels very safe, but isolation exposes you and is more dangerous than it protects. Being isolated from valuable information makes you an easy and obvious target. It is better to move among the people, discover allies, and blend in with the crowd, which serves as a shield against your enemies. Law 19. Know who you are dealing with. Don't offend the wrong person. In the world, there are many different types of people. You can't expect everyone to react the same way. Your strategies to deceive or outwit certain people will make them spend the rest of their lives looking to get revenge on you. They are wolves in sheep's clothing. Be careful when choosing victims and opponents. Law 20. Do not compromise with parties or causes, only with yourself. Stay independent. You dominate others by pitting people against each other and making them follow you. Law 21. Make a fool of yourself to fool other suckers. Appear more naive than usual. No one likes to feel inferior to another. The trick, then, is to make your victims feel smarter than you are, including convincing them that you have no ulterior motives. Law 22. Today, the tactic of surrender turns weakness into power. If you are the weakest, don't fight just for the sake of honor. Surrender is preferable, for then you have time to recover, time to torment and destabilize your conqueror, time to wait for him to lose his power. Don't give him the satisfaction of fighting and defeating you. Surrender rather by offering another cheek. You anger him and create an imbalance. Make surrender your strategy. Law 23. Concentrate your forces. Preserve your energy and focus on your strongest point. There is more to be gained by discovering a gold mine and exploring it thoroughly than by jumping from one empty mine to another. Depth defeats superficiality. Whenever you look for sources of power to promote you, find a key point, an advantage that will fuel you for a long time. Law 24. Play the perfect courtier. The perfect courtier thrives in a world where everything revolves around political power and skill. He masters the art of dissimulation, flatters superiors, and asserts his power over others in a gentle and underhand way. Learn and apply the laws of the court, and there will be no limits to you. Law 25. Recreate yourself. Do not accept the roles that society imposes on you. Recreate yourself by forging a new identity, one that draws attention and doesn't tire the audience out. Be master of your own image, using dramatic artifices in public gestures and actions. Thus, your power will grow stronger, and your character will seem much larger than he is in reality. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. You must look like a model of civility. Do not get involved in mistakes and unpleasant acts. Maintain that impeccable appearance by having others used as pawns and scapegoats to cover up your part in something bad. Law 27. Create a youth cult out of people's need to believe in something. People have an overwhelming desire to believe in something, so make yourself the focus of that desire by offering them a cause, a faith to follow. Avoid words that are empty of meaning but full of promise. Emphasize enthusiasm and, preferably, rationality and clarity of reasoning. Introduce rituals to be performed by your new disciples and ask them to sacrifice themselves for you. In the absence of organized religion or great causes, your new system will gain immense power. Law 28. Be bold and show no insecurity about what to do. Don't even try to let your doubts and hesitations contaminate your actions. Shyness is very dangerous. It is better to act with courage. Any mistake made boldly can easily be corrected more boldly. Everyone admires the brave, but no one praises the timid. Law 29. Plan to the end. The outcome is everything. Plan to the end, considering all possible consequences, obstacles, and setbacks that could undo all your effort and allow others to benefit. By planning everything to the end, you won't be caught off guard and you'll know when to stop. Gently guide luck and help determine the future by thinking ahead. Law 30. Make your achievements look easy. Your successes should feel natural and easy. All the technique and effort necessary for the performance, as well as the tricks, must be concealed and hidden. Act effortlessly, as if you were capable of so much more. Don't be tempted to reveal the work you've had, as this will only raise doubts and not teach anyone. Save your tricks, or they will be used against you. Law 31. Control the options. You are the one who deals the cards. The best cheats are the ones that make it seem like the other person has a choice. His victims believe they are in control, but they are actually his puppets. Present options that always result in something favorable to you. Put them in a quandary, and then they have no escape. Law 32. Awaken people's fancy. In general, the truth is avoided because it is ugly and unpleasant. Don't appeal to what's true, the real, if you're not prepared to face the anger that comes with disenchantment. Life is so hard and harrowing that people who are capable of creating novels invoke fantasy and illusion in the middle of the desert. Everyone runs there, to the huge one. Awaken people's fantasy. Law 33. Find out everyone's weakness. Everyone has a weakness, a breach in the castle wall. This weakness is usually an insecurity, an uncontrollable emotion or need, which can also be a little secret pleasure. Either way, once you found that weak spot, that's where you have to push. Law 34. Act like a king to be treated like one. The way you behave, in general, determines how you will be treated in the long run. Appearing to be vulgar or ordinary will make people disrespect you, for a king respects himself and inspires the same feeling in others. Acting with accomplishment and confidence in your powers, you show yourself destined to wear a crown. Law 35. Master the art of timing. Never show that you are in a hurry, as haste attracts lack of control over yourself and time. Always be patient, as if you know that everything will eventually come to you. Become a detective of the right moment, make the spirit of the times and the trends that brought you to power awaken when the time is not yet ripe, and strike fiercely when the time is right. Law 36. Despise what you cannot have. Ignoring is the best revenge. By acknowledging a banal problem, you strip it of existence and credibility. The more attention you pay to the enemy, the stronger you make him. And a small mistake sometimes becomes worse and more visible if you try to fix it. Sometimes it's better to leave things as they are. If there's something you want but can't have, show contempt. The less interest you reveal, the more superior you appear. Law 37. Create spectacles with attractive images and grand symbolic gestures, creating an aura of power. Everyone reacts to them. A fire show for the kitsch surrounds, full of interesting visual elements and radiant symbols, which enhance its presence. Dazzle by appearances, no one will notice what you are really doing. Law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. If you flaunt unconventional ideas and unorthodox ways, people will think you're just trying to get attention. So if you think you're superior, they find a way to punish you for making them feel inferior. It's much safer to join them and develop a common touch. Share your originality only with tolerant friends and those who will certainly appreciate your uniqueness. Law 39. Actuates the waters to attract the fish. Anger and emotional reactions are strategically counterproductive. You need to remain calm and objective at all times. But if you manage to piss off the enemy without losing your cool, you gain an undeniable advantage. Destabilize the enemy, find a loophole in his vanity to confuse him, and you're in charge. Law 40, despise what comes for free. What is offered for free is dangerous. It is usually a ruse or has a hidden obligation behind it. If it's worth paying for. By paying, you get rid of gratitude and guilt issues. It is also very prudent to pay the full amount with excellence. It doesn't save. Be lavish with your money and keep it circulating, for generosity is a signal and a magnet for power. Law 41, avoid following in the footsteps of a great man. What comes first always looks better and more original than what comes later. If you replace a great man, if you have a famous father, you have to do twice as much as they did to outshine them. Don't get lost in their shadow or trapped in a past that wasn't your doing. Establish your own name and, changing course, kill the domineering father. Despise your legacy and seize power in your own light. Law 42, attack the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. The origin of problems can often be found in a single strong individual, the agitator, the arrogant underling, the poisoner of goodwill. If you give these people space to act, others will succumb to their influence. Don't wait for the problems they cause to multiply. Do not try to negotiate with them, as they are irredeemable. Neutralize their influence by isolating or confronting them. Attack the source of the problems and the sheep will scatter. Law 43, win hearts and minds. Coercion provokes reactions that end up working against you. You need to attract people to want to join you. The seduced person becomes a loyal ally, influencing others individually based on their psychologies and weaknesses. Don't underestimate their emotions by playing with what they like a lot or fear. If you ignore the hearts of others, they will hate you to the end. Law 44, they say in Florence that a mirror reflects reality, but it is also the perfect tool for illusion. When you expect your enemies to act exactly as they do, they don't understand your strategy. The mirror effect ridicules and humiliates them, causing them to overreact. Hold the mirror before their minds and seduce them with the illusion that you share their values, waiting for their actions. You teach them a great lesson. Those who resist this are rare. Law 45, preach the need for change, but don't change too much at once. In theory, everyone knows that change is needed, but in practice, people are creatures of habit. Too much innovation is traumatic and leads to rebellion. If you are new to a position of power, explicitly show that you respect the old way of doing things while looking to make smooth, gradual improvements. If change is necessary, make it look like a smooth improvement over the past. Law 46, don't appear too perfect to be better than others. It is always dangerous, but what is most dangerous is not having flaws or weaknesses. Envy creates silent enemies. Occasionally demonstrate some faults and admit harmless vices to deflect envy and appear more humane and approachable. Only the gods and the dead can look perfect and get away with it. Law 47, do not exceed the goal established in victory. Learn to stop at the moment of victory. It is almost always more dangerous. In the heat of victory and arrogance, overconfidence can push you beyond your goal. By going too far, you conquer more enemies than you defeat. Don't let success go to your head. Nothing replaces strategy and careful planning. Set the goal and reach it. Law 48, avoid having a definite shape. By taking a form and having a visible plan, you expose yourself to attack. Instead, assume a form your enemy can't grab. Stay malleable and moving. Accept the fact that nothing is certain and no law is fixed. The best way to protect yourself is to be as fluid and adaptable as water. Don't bet on stability and permanent order, because everything changes, everything passes. Now I want to hear from you. What are your favorite laws of power? Which ones do you use the most and how do you use them? Share your experiences in the comments below. This video gave me a lot of work to do. If you can help me, leave your like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and comment below some video suggestions you want to see here on the channel. Thank you so much for taking this 48 Laws of Power journey with me, and this is just the beginning. See you soon, my brother. We're together.